Peace and happiness to all of you. So I want to talk about AI, how to create a workflow to create content, to create videos, to create images, posts, to create advertising that you can, you can advertise or you can post on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, for your website, you name it. So I'm going to show you a workflow that you need to start incorporating, especially if you're a small business, if you're a small black business owner in Canada, right? If you're a small black business owner in Canada, you need to incorporate AI in your operation ASAP, as soon as possible, because if you don't, you are putting yourself and your business in a disadvantaged situation. So this is what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a workflow that includes Claude AI, right? There's another platform called the Higgsfield AI, and then Canva, right? And then from there, you can publish it on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. It's a workflow, right? So now the workflow, it's not 100%, it's not 100% automated. Let's say it's about 75% automated, right? So meaning that you do everything inside Claude AI, right? So everything you're seeing here, for example, this video that you're seeing here, right? Let me see if I play this video here. Let me just increase. Right, let me increase the volume here. Right? So this video, I created it inside Claude AI with just a prompt, right? I just gave it some instruction. Now this is all inside Claude AI, right? Now Claude is using, where I connected it to a AI platform called Higgsfield, right? So Higgsfield is the content creation platform that can create images, posts, videos. So for example, if I go to our YouTube channel, our YouTube channel here, all these shorts that you're seeing here, all these videos, right? So let's say if I play this, so this video here is AI generated, okay? This is AI generated, 100% AI generated. Right? If I go here, this video here is also AI generated. All right. So all this is what you call UGC, user generated content, right? And then if I go down again, have you heard about Black Business AI Canada? AI education. This video is also AI generated. Now, you need to do this. You need to figure out how to do this at scale, right? Now, what do I mean by scale? Let me just try to pause this. Let me just go back to our original. Okay, so now let me show you how to create the workflow, right? Because listen, as a small business owner, especially if you're a black business owner in Canada, in the US, if you are abroad, this is the time for you to start leveraging AI at scale, so you can create products, you can create content, you can create, posts, you can create advertising content that you can use to promote your business. For example, let me give you an example. Here's a client that we built their website, we did their, because they are in the print on demand business, right? So they have a brand called Crown Don't Make You King, right? So we help them with their website, we help them with the mock-up. Now, we use AI to generate the mock-ups, right? So everything you see here, the website, the website was built, but we didn't use AI for the website, but we use AI for the mock-ups. Now, this is their brand. It's called Crown Don't Make You King, okay? So now they needed content, right? So they need content to visualize or to materialize this the brand, right? So what we did was we created some content for them, some assets. So let me show you some examples here, right? So let me just go back here. So let me see. Okay, so here's some content. So this is an image, right? So this is an image content that we created. So you see Crown Don't Make You King. That's the name of their brand, right? So the name of the brand is Crown Don't Make You King. They sell merchandise, right? They are a print on demand business. So they need to promote this on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you name it, because they need to show their brand. They need to create content. They need to create what you call the user generated content. So this is the strategy that we did for them, right? We created content using this platform that I'm showing you here, Higgsfield AI, right? It did all the content for them. So for example, here's a video, right? This is a commercial. Now, this is all AI generated. There was no camera crew. There was no editing. All AI, right? We just gave the AI instruction, and then it created this 15-second commercial that you're seeing here in less than 10 minutes. Okay. So now that's just one, right? Because you can create different types of content, right? So now let me show you. Let me give you a walkthrough, right? So that's one. Here's another one here, right? So this was for Instagram. As you can see here, it has text overlays, right? Shop now. It has a call to action, right? Here's another video here with the vest, with the brand. Okay, you see, all we did was we uploaded the brand, we chose a model, and then the AI.
This is a mindset you wear.
Right.
Link in bio, limited drop.
All right.
Yo, ask where I got this vest.
So that's another one. Okay. So let me just go through it so you can see the power of AI, how you can leverage AI to to bring your brand to life, to make your brand more visual. Because remember, online social media, it's about visual. We have to show your product, your services, especially if you're promoting on Instagram, TikTok. You need a visual representation of your brand. Your brand has to be visible, right? People need to see it. So there's another ad that we created, right? I'm just going through it, right? One by one so you can see, right?
Y'all asked where I got this vest.
Let me just increase the volume here.
Don't make you king.
Look at this. This is very realistic. If you didn't know, you would think that this is a...
This is a mindset you wear. Link in bio, limited drop.
I'm just going to let it play again, right? See the vest here?
Don't make you king. Your moves do. This is a mindset you wear. Link at a conscience for a beater guider.
Right? So this is a AI generated content, right? AI generated video. The model or the actor that you see here, they're not real. Nothing here was, it was all AI generated. There was no camera crew. There was no editing crew. There was no post editing crew. This was all AI. AI just generated the entire concept. As you can see here, the model, and then we uploaded the brand, right? Because the company's name, the client, our client, their brand is called Crown Don't Make You King. They sell hoodies, they sell t-shirts, they sell sweatshirt, they sell vests, they sell hats, right? But they need content to promote. They need content on Facebook, Instagram. Now, to create content, it's very expensive to get a video camera crew to produce this. Very, very expensive, right? You're looking at anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 just for one video. Now, if you are a startup, if you're just starting up, if you're a small business, you don't have that type of budget, or maybe you do, right? If you have that type of budget, then good, right? Then you are in the right position. But if you don't have that type of budget to be dishing out or to be spending $1,500 or $3,000 for one video, this is where AI comes in. This is where you can market at scale. You can use AI to market at scale. So here's another concept, right? We uploaded some images, some products, and then we told the AI, we instructed the AI to create an advertising for those products, right? So I'm just going to go through it. Let me show you, right? So this is what you call user-generated content.
This bomber is royal, fits clean,
right?
And the back goes crazy.
Now, all this is AI generated. Nothing here is real, right? Let me show you another one again.
They told you to wait your turn, to stay in line, but kings aren't crowned. They rise. Wear your crown. Own your throne. This is your moment.
You just right? This is an AI generated video. 10 seconds. It took less than 5 minutes to create this.
Wear your crown. Own your throne. This is your moment. They told you to wait your turn, to stay in line, but kings aren't crowned. They rise. Wear your crown. Own your throne. This is your moment.
Right? So this is AI generated. This is the era that we're going into. That's what I said. As a small business owner, if you're a black business owner, you need to figure out a way to incorporate AI in your operation so you can produce, you can produce content at scale. You can produce marketing assets, marketing at scale, because it's all about marketing. People need to know that you exist, right? So here's another concept here.
Doesn't make you king. You do. Wear the work. A crown doesn't make you king.
Right? So this is an advertising. We just gave it, we gave it some instruction, uploaded the products, the merchandise, and then boom, there it is. Now, look at this. You can create 100 of this in one day, right? Whether it's videos or images, you can create this in one afternoon.
In a second.
So,
But it can't make you king. The work does. Crown don't make you king.
right? Look at the production level, right? Look at the detail.
But it can't make
So now you got to start thinking, right? Because to create something like this, if you hire a freelancer, right, they will charge you $500, $600, right? If you hire a marketing firm or an agency, even they'll charge you even more, right? $2,000. If you hire a videographer, they'll charge you anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000. Now with AI, you can scale your production, right? So I'm showing you what you can do, right? So here's another AI this is user generated, right?
Yo, I'm here at the World
Look at
Cup
this.
repping Ghana. The Black Stars are about to score. Watch this.
So here's so here, this is another client, right? They're selling World Cup merchandise and they needed some videos, some content to promote. So as you can see here, right? This is there's the brand right there. Here's the design. And the design was also AI generated. With design, we helped them design this, right? It was AI generated, right? We generated the design and then they needed some content to promote all their merchandise for the World Cup, right? For the FIFA World Cup. So what we did was we created these, right?
Yo, I'm here at the World Cup repping Ghana. The Black Stars are about to score. Watch this. Go, Ghana! Let's go!
Right? And on your right hand side, as you can see here, it's just a simple prompt. Well, we didn't even create the prompt. We use Claude, right? Look at this, right? There's the prompt right here. So this is the instruction that we gave. Well, we didn't create it. What we did was we used Claude AI. So this is where the workflow comes in. This is where the automation aspect of it comes in, right? You can do everything within Claude, right? So Claude can do, or it can design, or it can create the entire process, right? So this is what I'm going to show you, right? So I was just showing you some samples so you can see, right? So you can see the potential and where, where AI is heading, right? And here's another video here. See, there's the merchandise. I mean, here's the vest, right? Upload that on TikTok, Instagram. You're going to get hundreds and, views, and then you can add your link or add your store in there, a link to your store, and that's it, right? And as I said, you can do 100 of this in a few hours, right? Here's another one. This is for, the World Cup, right? Right? So that's the Haiti one, as you can see here, right? Let me show you, right? Because the client has they're selling World Cup merchandise, right? So there we go, right? We help them with the, so this is also AI generated. We use ChatGPT for this to create this, right? We set them up with the store, and then they needed content, right? So here's the content right here. All right, as you can see here, very ultra realistic, right? Right? And then, right, let me show you another one here.
Shout out to my guy Tino. He was wearing the shirt in the stands. So if you guys want to get this shirt, the link is in the description. First link. Tap that link.
Now remember, this is not real, right? This is AI generated. These actors, they don't exist. They're not real humans. They're not real people. They're just AI, all AI generated characters. The scene, everything, right? So you see, there's the shirt right there. We uploaded the shirt. As you can see here, we uploaded the product, and there's the product. Let me show you, right? So I'm giving you some concepts so you can start, right? You can start seeing the bigger picture, right? So where's the product? The product, I'm just want to see, where is it? That shirt that I showed you, where is it? I'm just gonna, just give me a sec. There it is, right? So there's a shirt. There's a t-shirt, right? There's a t-shirt right there. We also use ChatGPT to create this, this concept here. And the client needed some, right? They needed some content. There we go.
Tap that link. Shout out to my guy Tino. He was wearing the shirt in the stands. So if you guys want to get this shirt, the link is in the description. First link.
Okay, you see? And there's a call to action, right? And then right? So here's another one here. This is like a commercial one. This is a premium one, premium commercial. Look at this.
Consistency turns effort into identity. Leadership is built, not worn. You don't become stronger by wishing, only by showing up. Consistency turns effort into identity.
See the merchandise, the vest, right? And then there's a call to action at the end, right? There we go. So you see, this is the new way to create content. You don't need to hire a photographer, a videographer. You don't need to hire a marketing agency, a freelancer. It's all AI. So you need to learn this technology, and you need to learn it fast. You need to learn this as soon as possible, right? There's one more. Okay, this one. There's another one here.
New York teaches you fast. Nothing is given. You don't become better by wishing. You become better by showing up. One disciplined morning, one hard decision, one promise you keep when nobody's watching. The crown is just a symbol. Character is the kingdom. Build yourself, then walk like it. New York teaches you fast. Nothing is given. You don't become better by wishing. You become better by showing up. One disciplined morning, one hard decision, one promise you keep when nobody's watching. The crown is just a symbol. Character is the kingdom. Build yourself, then walk like it.
So you see, this is all AI generated content, right? You know how long it would take to create this? You know how much it will cost to create this, to produce this, right? A team, a camera crew, editing software. But we did this in less than 5 minutes. We gave it the instruction, we uploaded the product, and then we uploaded the model, and then boom, that's it, right? So that's why you need to start thinking. You need to start creating. You need to start leveraging AI as soon as possible, right? All this, and then you can take that and then you can share it. You can upload it on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. So now let me show you the workflow that I was talking about, right? Because the workflow requires, so this is what, so you need Claude AI, right? You need this platform called Higgsfield AI, and then also Canva, right? Because this is from Canva, that's where you can upload it to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or any other platform. Now, you can use just, right? You can just use this platform, Higgsfield. The issue is this: if you use this, then you're going to have to download the product manually, right? So if you create it, for example, let's say,
You take every step.
right? So here's another concept here. Shoes, right? This is for shoes.
Crown don't make you king.
Right?
They don't hand it to you.
Right? So, yeah, so what I was saying was, you can, let me just pause that, right? You can just use this this platform here independently, like just by itself, but then you're going to have to download the assets or the videos or the image and then upload it to Instagram and Facebook. Now that takes it's a lot of manual work, right? Because now you're going to be downloading a lot of, right? Download, upload, download, upload, download, upload, right? And then it's going to take a lot of storage within your computer, right? So for example, let's say you like this ad, right? Let me just show you something here, right? Let's say we like, right? So let's say, for example, this advertising ad here, right? You're going to have to download it and then go to Instagram or Facebook and upload it, right? So that's the manual way, right? That's manually. The automatic way, or the workflow aspect of it, is you use Claude AI, right? Because you see, we can connect Claude with Higgsfield. So as you can see here, we've connected it with Canva, and then we connected it with Higgsfield, right? So it's connected within Claude. So whatever we do inside Claude, we can send that asset to Canva, right? And then Claude uses this company, Higgsfield, right? This is the same company here. So this is the platform that creates all the videos, all the posts, all the creative, all the ad creative, right? So inside Claude, we can just tell Claude, hey, create an advertising for this platform, for this product, boom, right? So it will create it. After it creates it, or after it generates it, then what we do is we tell Claude to send it to to a folder, right? To send it to BBAC, so Black Business AI Canada folder, which is the folder in it's in Canva, right? So because Claude also connects with Canva, right? So if I go here, right? If I go to connector, you see Claude connects with Canva. It also connects with Claude can connect with different platforms that you use on a regular basis, right? So that means whatever I create inside Claude, I can send it to Canva, right? So if I send it to Canva, so for example, if I go back here, right, there's the video, it was generated, and then I told it to send it to Canva. So it sent it to Canva, right? And then so here's the video right here. So if I click on it now, all I have to do is just go to open an editor, right? And then from here, then I can choose where to share it. So I don't have to download it. I don't have to upload it again. I just choose where to share it within Canva, right? So if I go to Canva, so here's the video. So if I go here, see all, right? All the social media. So cause Canva, you can there, right? So now you can just share it to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, So if I click on Instagram, right there, then I just have to choose the format. Is it a post? Is it a video? Is it a story? So it's, let's say it's a reel, it's a video. And then I enter the caption, right? The title, the call to action. I enter the description of the video and then just hit publish. Boom. And then it sends it directly to Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, right? Because you can do the same for Facebook. You can do the same for YouTube, right? So for example, if I go to YouTube, right? There is, you have Instagram, Facebook, right? And then you have YouTube, right? So if I go to YouTube, because you see, this workflow, it eliminates you having to download the video and then uploading it again on the, on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, right? Because every time you download, it's taking a lot of storage and then you have to upload it again, right? It's just, it's just too much manual process that's involved, right? So that's why automating the whole process or creating a workflow is much, much better. It's much, much more efficient, right? So there's YouTube, right? I just, boom, I create and then I publish and then it publishes it in less than a few seconds, right? So if I go to our YouTube channel, right? Then boom, there you can see the video right there, right?
As a black business owner in Canada,
No, that's not the one. We wanted this one here.
Have you heard about Black Business AI Canada?
There's the video right there.
AI education to upskill, growth tools to scale. Your business deserves AI. Join the movement at blackbusinessaicanada.com. Built by us, backed by AI, made for Canada.
Yeah, right? So that's the workflow right there. You automate the entire process, right? And then it starts inside Claude, right? You just tell Claude, right, to create, the concept, and then boom, that's it. So listen, what I'll do is I'll leave the link below to our community, Black Business AI Canada. This is where you can join our community, our membership. Listen, if you have questions about AI, you need to catch up. You need to be up to date, up to speed with AI. Inside our community, this is what we're doing. We are here to teach small business owners, especially small, Black business owner in Canada, in the US, and abroad, to leverage AI so you can leverage AI and scale your production, to create content, to create video, to create advertising, to create products, to push your product, to promote your product, right? This is the time. So let me show you a quick sample. I'm just going to show you an example here, right? Okay. So let's say, for example, we want to create, let's say create a image post. This is create an image post. Create an image post titled, titled, right? Let's say titled, what we're going to call it, marketing. Let's call it content marketing workflow, right? Content marketing, say workflow, content marketing workflow, and then let's say add Claude AI, add Higgsfield AI, and Canva. Okay, so we want to create a quick image, right? And then I'm going to tell it to use GPT, use GPT 2.0, right? So I'm going to tell it to use GPT 2.0, right? So GPT 2.0 is one of the image model inside this platform called Higgsfield, right? So let me show you GPT 2.0. There's GPT 2.0, right? GPT is an image model that creates images and creates. So let me just show you right here, right? So, and aspect ratio, we wanted square, right? So we wanted square for Instagram. Okay, square for Instagram. Okay, and I'm just gonna hit for Instagram, right? I'm just going to hit send. So it's going to take this instruction, right? And it's going to connect to, remember I told you, Higgsfield, okay? So it's going to give me it's going to let me know the cost first, right? It's going to tell me how much it's going to cost in terms of credit. So it's going to cost 1 credit to create this image here, right? So, and then we're just going to tell it to proceed, right? Proceed, boom. So now it's taking our instruction or our prompt. This is our prompt. We wanted to create an image post titled Content Market Flow and add Claude AI, Higgsfield AI, and Canva, right? We didn't really give it, the instruction is really vague. It's not detailed. It's not thorough, right? It's not very meticulous. But because Claude is a large, it's a LLM, large language model, right? It knows the context of the conversation, so it can, based on what you're telling it, it kind of knows what you want, all right. But the more detail you are, the better the output that you can get. So right now you see it's generating. Right now you see generating now. The widget below will update once it's ready. Want me to export it to the BBAC folder, right? Yes. And then I'm going to tell it export to, oh, boom, there it is, right? Export to BBAC. No, actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to export it yet, right? I'm gonna look at it first. Let's see. Content marketing workflow. Okay. Okay, it's simple, right? Very simple, right? Okay, let's say I want it more, right? Now, if you're satisfied with that, then you can I can just export it to the BBAC folder, which was the Canva folder. But I want something more visual, right? I want something more, let's just say I want something more visual with rich media, right? So I want something more visual, right? More visual, because this is kind of it's too basic for me. Yeah, so I want something more visual. So let's see what else it can produce. Go submit, right? Now it's going to tell me that, hey, right, it's going to take another credit, or it's going to take it's going to cost this amount of credit, and so on. So pivoting towards cinematic visuals. And now I can also request a video from here, right? But video takes a little bit of time. Graphic. Okay, let's see. Let's go proceed. Proceed. Okay. Right. Let's proceed. Yeah, because I don't. Right. I like it, but it's, to me, it's just a little bit basic. But you might be satisfied with this, right? Because it gives me content marketing workflow. Because you can now take this and post it on social media, Facebook, and all that. And you can also tell it to give you the, to write the copy or to write the post, right? In terms of the content, right? So it can help you write the content that you can post to. So let's see here what else it's going to produce here, right? Because yeah, that one was just a little bit, it's too basic for me, right? Okay, so now let me see what else. Well, that is generating. Yeah, let me see here. So let me just show you our website here. This is our website. Okay, this is our website, blackbusinessaicanada.com. This is where we have a membership community. So if you want to learn about AI, right? We have a book that we wrote, AI for Black Small Business Owner. And if you need any of our services, we provide business marketing workshop, AI business marketing workshop, whether it's online or it's virtual. You just need to contact us for us to make arrangement and figure out the details and how it's going to be done. And we also offer corporate and community training, right? Membership and learning community. And we also offer consulting and advisory. So if you're a business owner, if you want to know how to implement AI specifically for your industry, we can show you what AI tools, how to automate it, how to create a workflow that works for you, that's tailored to your industry, to your specific need, right? So we provide consulting and advisory services. So you can reach out to us, you can contact us. And as I said, we have a membership community. Inside our membership community, we have training videos, we have, we have different types of resources. We have Q&A, we have support. So if you have any question, you can ask inside our learning community, right? So blackbusinessaicanada.com. We are in Canada, but to those of you that are abroad, if you're in the States, if you are in Europe, or if you're anywhere else, you can still join, because we talk about AI, and AI is ubiquitous, right? AI is everywhere. So AI is not limited to a specific geographical region. AI is AI, right? So you can be in Uganda, you can be in Jamaica, in Ghana, you can be in France, in Brazil, right? The information is applicable to any black business owner anywhere in Canada, right? Anywhere in the world. But because we're in Canada, right, we call ourselves Black Business AI Canada, but the information is applicable. It can help anyone, any black business anywhere, right? So there it is again, right? It's a little bit better, but it's just too much detail. But as I said, right, you can continue, you can continue to refine it until you get the output that you're looking for, right? Now, in this case, I'm just going to say, just for the sake of, just to kind of keep the video short, I'll just say export to BBAIC folder, right? So BBAIC is Black Business AI Canada folder, right? So I'm just going to tell it that. So this is where the workflow comes in, right? Because I could download this from here. If I go back to this platform, Higgsfield, right? Let me just show you assets. I can download it from here, but then I'm going to have to, let me just refresh it, right? Just going to refresh. What's going on? So it looks like the website is busy. Okay, so forget that, right? Because it's giving me, it looks like, yeah, it's a little bit busy. So that means there's a lot of traffic. A lot of people are using it. Yeah, so I can download it from there and upload it manually, or I can just export it. Boom. So now, boom, it's exported. So if I go here, there you go, right there. There it is, right? So now here, right? So here's the image. I can just go to open in editor. And from here, I can choose where I want to post it, right? So if I want to post it on Facebook, Instagram, so if I go show all, then I just select where I want to post this in this image here, this content, right? Because remember, it's all about content marketing. If you are a small business owner, you need to create content. You need to market your products and services online, social media, Facebook, Instagram. That's the only way to get customers. You either have to pay for marketing, right? If you have the budget, the funding, you either have to do paid marketing, or you do what's known as organic content marketing, where you create content, you educate your customers, you educate your audience, so that way you can redirect them to your website, right? So to do that, then you need to create content. You need to create visual. You need to create posts that you're going to have to post on either Facebook, Instagram, right? And this is where AI comes in. You can do this at scale, right? You can do this at scale without having to, without having to spend, without having to have a large marketing budget, because you're a small business owner. You don't have a marketing budget. You don't have a marketing department. So AI is your leverage. AI gives you that competitive advantage where you can create content at scale and use platforms like, Canva to market that, right? So here, right, I can push it to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, X, and all that, right? And then just keep doing it, right? And I can do the same thing for videos. I can do the same thing for different types of posts. So this is what you call a content marketing workflow, right? Because everything happens inside Claude AI, right? As you can see here, there, right? Everything happens inside here from one conversation only, right? And I can continue, I can create videos here, right? I can create another type of content here, right? And then do the same thing, export it to the BBAC folder, right? Without having to download it and then upload it, right? Because if you download it, then you're going to have to go on Instagram and then create, right? And then you're going to have to upload the post and so on. So that's just a lot of manual work, right? To kind of evade that or to circumvent that, this is where the workflow comes in, right? You just create the workflow, and yeah. So listen, as I said, I'll leave the link below to our academy, to our community, blackbusinessai.com. If you want to reach out to us for any services, for consulting and advisory, for workshops, for AI business workshop, community training, you can send us an email, and we'll respond from there, right? Or you can join our learning community, our membership community, where we have training videos. We have different types of if you need Q&A support, if you have a question, then you can ask inside our community, and then also you can get our book, right? And this book here, we used Claude to write the entire book, right? You see, as a small business owner, you need to leverage AI because it's inevitable. AI is here to stay. If you're not leveraging AI, you're putting yourself in a disadvantaged position, right? Because you need to scale your marketing. People need to know about your products. Every day you need to be posting something on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, Twitter, all these platforms, right? But before, now, with AI now, it kind of, right? Now you have a tool where you can scale your content, right? So you don't have to hire a freelancer, you don't have to hire a photographer, you don't have to hire a videographer, you don't have to hire a marketing firm, you don't have to hire a social media firm. You can just create the content yourself here within Claude AI, right? You give it some instruction, just like you saw here, right? We just gave it a simple prompt: create an image post titled Content Marketing Workflow, right? This is a simple prompt, nothing too complicated, and this is what it came up with, right? And then if you want a different type of content, you can just say, hey, can you create a video? Can you create an ad? Can you create all within Claude, right? And then once Claude creates it, then you can export it to your Canva. Now, this workflow here, right? It kind of just simplifies everything. Claude creates it, sends it to Canva, and then from Canva, you just share it, or you just, you share it to your other platforms, right? If you're not using Canva, or if you're not using Claude, then you're going to have to do it manually. Okay. So now listen, I think I'm going to end the video here because my battery is about to run out. As I said, I'll leave the link below to the blackbusinessaicanada.com. Listen, if you're a small black business owner, you need a community where you can learn AI that is practical, AI that you can use in your business, right? Because here we don't talk about AI news where every week there's a new tool. No, we focus on the tool that is practical, that can give you the best return on investment, that you can use every day. So we don't talk about the different, because there's so many AI tools out there, but it's not beneficial for you. So it makes no sense for us to talk about tools that we know it's not going to help you as a small black business owner. So we focus only on tools that can help you to promote your business, to scale your business, to create content. So this is the tools that we focus on. So at blackbusinessaicanada.com, right? This is where you can learn about AI. You can contact us if you want consulting and advisory service in terms of using AI in your specific industry or in your specific sector, okay? Until then, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.